Hello. So it is day 4 of my 80-10-10 raw vegan trial, week-long trial. And today was interesting. I didn't do so great. I tried to eat, I bought 8 bananas for lunch and I tried to eat them, but I only got through about 5 before I just couldn't eat anymore. So it was really under carbs, I think. And then for dinner, my friends were in town and they really wanted to hang out. So we went to a raw vegan restaurant in New York, Pure Food and Wine. And it has a lot of gourmet raw stuff, like nut cheeses and all this stuff. And I went there before and I absolutely loved it. But tonight when I went, I got really hungry and I was starving, and I got these tacos that were avocados and these dehydrated nut kind of tortillas things. And it was so interesting. At first, it tasted so good. But then, literally 2 minutes later, after I had eaten them, it was a lot of avocado, I got this really bad stomach cramps. It just felt really bad in my stomach. I had all this, a ton of trouble digesting. And it's so interesting that I think it was definitely, well, it could have been either the fat, too much fat, they say it's really hard to digest, or just I don't know, all the different, ingredients that were combining to make this gourmet dish. Yeah, and then for my main course, I ordered this raw lasagna, and it had all this nut pesto and ricotta nut ricotta cheese, and I couldn't even eat it. I took one bite, I was just oh, it was the nuts were just, I didn't like the flavor, and I was just already feeling bad from the first thing I ate. So yeah, I just kind of wished I had just eaten my bland salad. But yeah, today I really just was undercarbed, and when I came home tonight, there's a box of crackers, and I just stared at it oh my god, I need to eat these crackers. But I didn't. But I just didn't feel like eating enough fruit today. I think in the beginning, it's probably really important to get the fruit down in the form of smoothies, so you can just get a lot of fruit in. And I was feeling a little lightheaded today. I just think that I'm not eating enough fruit, but I'll get it eventually. And mood-wise, I'm not sure. I think I did feel in a good mood, but I didn't get a lot of sleep last night either, so I was feeling tired. But I did feel definitely light, and the only hard thing is just when you think about your next meal, you're oh, what am I gonna eat for lunch? Normally I would just have so many great things to think about, vegan burrito or something, but now I'm just fruit, really? And I know that, or I'm really hoping that eventually these benefits will start to pick up, and I will be feeling the benefits, but for now it's hard. The other thing is, I was reading a book last night about, I was reading online last night about B12 deficiencies, and actually maybe a couple months after I went vegan, I started getting this really kind of scary thing, which was this almost electric shock in one side of my head. And for a few days I was extremely scared. I was oh my god, this is the development of some horrible disease. And I looked it up, and I found this thing that was neuralgia on one side of the head, and it was this degenerative disease. I just found this on Wikipedia, and I was oh my god, I have this, I can't believe it, I have this horrible disease. And that was when I tried high-fat raw for the first time. I was I have to fix this, and raw is the healthiest possible diet. Anyway, I kind of went away after that, and I kind of thought, oh wow, I dodged a bullet. It was probably just some sickness or something, and it passed. But last night I was reading a lot about B12 deficiencies, and I realized that's actually a common symptom of B12 deficiency, and it made so much sense because I've been vegetarian for so many years, and recently becoming vegan, I think in like September or October, I think I must really be B12 deficient. So I went online and I ordered like immediately these B12 pills in the methyl version. There's like a bunch of different versions, and they're the sublingual, so they just dissolve under your tongue. And I just like can't wait for them to get here because I'm like, I know I'm B12 deficient. And it was very interesting reading the Amazon reviews for these B12 things because after that I read the reviews for some other vitamins, and for the B12 reviews, so many people were sharing personal stories, like I had this problem and I started taking these pills and it went away. Whereas for the other vitamins, people were just saying like, I have heard vitamin D is very, very good for you. But it seemed like for the B12 reviews, there were literally hundreds of personal science stories where, so I was like, okay, this seems good. And I also bought a book called Could It Be B12? Which is about like the horrors of B12 deficiency. Because, it's really interesting on Chronometer. Every day you can look at all the vitamins you're getting, and B12 is always empty because of course I'm not eating any animal products. So yeah, I'm excited to see whether when I start taking B12 pills if things get better. So yeah, that's all for today. And I just wanted to add one more thing, which is that I usually have cramps during this time of the month, and since I've been 80-10-10, I've only had relatively mild cramps on the first day, and on the second and third days when I usually had cramps, barely anything at all. Like, I don't take any Advil or pain medications when I used to have to take 3 continuously to stop the pain. It was horrible before. So that's one of the reasons why I feel I want to do this 80-10-10 thing, because I feel I've already changed an obviously, unhealthy, painful part of my life through eating more fruit and stuff. So I wanted to just take it all the way. But it's, really hard all the way. Today I was just thinking, oh man, I had it so good just raw till 4. Like, I loved eating that cooked vegan meal. But I don't know, maybe this is just, addiction, and this is the withdrawal stage. So I'm going to just stick it out for the week. Even though today I kind of broke it, but I think it's okay because it was so raw. Just probably not the perfect 80-10-10 ratio today because a little too much fat in the form of gourmet raw food. But it was also good to get a break from just this monotony of salads and fruit. Alright, so see you tomorrow. Bye.